demo so that everybody can understand it better. This what you see is the rocket motor. On top is the payload where they put satellites or whatever they want to send into space. So now there have been missions to send tourists into space, space tourism. Maybe you'll be sitting on one of these and taking off if you want to. So this little thing here is the combustion chamber where they hold fuel to burn, and the rocket takes off. So how does the rocket work? A principle is very simple. Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That is high school physics. Everybody would have studied. So let's see how the action and reaction happens. This white rod, what you can see is polypropylene. It's the fuel that is fueling our rocket currently. It's a solid fuel. So where is the oxidizer? You can see those tanks at the back. They hold oxygen at very high pressure. So that we are passing through a tube into the rocket, which flows over this. And we set it on fire. So combustion happens because there's fuel and there's oxygen. Okay, this is called a hybrid rocket because there's solid fuel and gaseous oxidizer. Everybody following me so far? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so how exactly does it happen? Check. How exactly does it happen? You just burn something on ground, it doesn't take off. You might have seen campfires don't take off, luckily. Otherwise all the camping people would be running helter-skelter. So what exactly makes this thing go up? You can see the small component which I have is one of the most important parts of this rocket. It's called the nozzle, made of graphite, has a very high melting temperature, so nothing can really melt it. Nothing in this setup can actually melt it. So what happens, high pressure gas that burns inside the combustion chamber gets a very high temperature, passes through this small nozzle. This action, this whole thing, will cause enough force for the rocket to lift off. So the action part is high pressure gas, high temperature gas, passing through the small nozzle. And the reaction is the rocket takes off. So how do you light the rocket? Well, there's a little ingenious mechanism developed by technicians here. This black thing, what you can see, is a nitro compound. This thing sets itself on fire when you heat it a bit. Just subject it to a little heat and it just sets itself on fire. So how do you heat it? You can't put a stove there. So we have this little wire here. Can you see the wire sticking out of it? So this is the nichrome wire, okay, used prominently in cigarette lighters. You can see in cars or any shops, you just press the electric button and something heats up and they light their cigarettes. So that's how. So we pass a little electricity through this wire, the wire heats up. In action, burning this thing, this nitro compound,